From Sea Gulls Stadium in Salisbury, Maryland, where the number 3 ranked Wesley College Wolverines have worked their way to a 17-7 victory over the number 6 Sea Gulls. Sean Greene alongside Jason Bowen. And Jason, it was a tough day to be an offensive player for both sides. Both teams had a lot of chances inside the red zone, but in the end, Wesley made just enough plays to get the win.
Yeah, a lot of opportunities for both teams, driving into each other's territory and coming up with nothing. Wesley was able to salt the game away late in the game. A 79-yard drive, 41 of those yards coming on the ground by Sea Gulls, and he was able to put it away with a 15-yard touchdown run as the Wolverines take a 17-7 victory.
Wesley's defense, taking an offense that had 455 rushing yards last week, did Salisbury in the win over Christopher Newport and held them to under 270 yards. They had the play working to the outside with the slot back, but really Benedetti, the fullback who had 216 yards last week, was really kept in check.
Yeah, they kept him in check today. They did a really nice job with that. Salisbury was able to get some stuff to the outside, but never able to break that big play. And as you make Salisbury go, 10 plays with that triple option attack, especially in a rainy atmosphere, you hope that you get a turnover, and the Wolverines were able to get a few of those tonight. The
big positive for Wesley has to be the rushing game. Sea Gulls with his best game since Charleston Southern last year. 20 carries for 98 yards, actually had 104 positive, but lost 6 on 1 carry, and a touchdown, including the game-winning 15-yarder.
Yeah, and talking to Sea after the game, he said that all game long he had kept his runs inside, and one of the coaches had suggested he cut it back, and he just happened to remember it on that play and was able to cut it back and go 15 yards for the game-clinching score.
For Justin Sottler, throws a big interception just before halftime that prevented Wesley from getting a 2-score lead, but his numbers turn out good, 23 of 32, and there were at least 3 or 4 drops in that mix. 260 yards, a touchdown, and those 2 interceptions. Just seem to be just a little bit off, but hey, if this is a little bit off, the ceiling seems to be pretty high for Justin.
Well, Justin, I was talking to Shane McSweeney, last year's starter for the Wolverines. He said he's a gambler. He's a gunslinger, and that hurt him right before the half, but he made a beautiful pass on their first drive, a 17-yard fade pattern to Ryan Garlitz in the back right corner of the end zone that put the Wolverines up 7-0, and he was able to get the ball to Steve Caduso 8 times today and Matt Barilli for 5 times for almost 100 yards.
Meanwhile, for Salisbury, their tough quarterback Dan Griffin had 30 yards rushing, 9 of 16 passing for 124 yards, 3 interceptions, was sacked 4 times, but it's the old saying, take a licking and keep on ticking. Even on those final drives, he kept throwing the ball around, and you can see where he is one of the better triple option quarterbacks in the country.
Yeah, Salisbury is a really good football team. They showed they belong in the top 10 tonight. They never gave up. They put themselves in a position at the end of the game to have a chance to win, but the Wolverines, with a drive, that 79-yard drive to finish it off, were able to show why they're the 3rd-ranked team.
So Sean Hopkins with the 2nd interception of the game put the game away. The Wesley College Wolverines now get set for number 3 versus number 4. As if 3 versus 6 wasn't good enough, they will take on the crew of Mary Hardin-Baylor in what feels like a December matchup, but it will be in September in Dover. We'll have that game for you on 11:50 a.m. WDEL, WDEL.com, and on the WDEL mobile app. You can get that from your app store on Android or for your iPhone. So for Jason Bowen, my name is Sean Greene. Again, the final score, Wesley 17, Salisbury 7 for WDEL.com, and we hope to see this on D3Football.com.